This is such an exciting time. I have heard from so many people who have just joined the church over the last weekend and have messaged me or contacted me to say, Keith, I did it. I came into the church, and they're thanking me for helping them in some way through watching my videos or reading my book or just conversations that I have with people. And I just want to say, if you've contacted me or in any way, I want to tell you how excited I am for you and how much I appreciate that. It has been just an incredible privilege for me. But what I'd like to do now is share 3 things with you that you should all do right now. 3 things that new converts should do. And this is not some kind of exhaustive list. This is just the first 3 things that came to my mind. But I want to say this to all of you out there. The first one is this. It's time to celebrate and rest. You've been on such a journey. So many of you have told me that it's been a battle. It's been a fight to get there. Many of you have sacrificed. Many of you have had difficult conversations with family and friends. Some of you have had relationships fall apart. Some of you have lost very important things in your life to do this. You've made it. Now it's time to just enjoy. Don't worry about the fights or the naysayers. Just block out anything negative and let yourself celebrate. I talked to a friend of mine earlier today who was saying that after he came into the church at the vigil, they had a reception and it was incredible to go down. People were so excited. And he goes, I can't believe how many people were so excited. And they've been sending him notes and gifts and just congratulating him. Friends, that's a Catholic thing, right? And that's so exciting because here's the thing. People don't do that when you become like, a Congregationalist or a Methodist or a Presbyterian. Believe me, I've been there. And there's no big parties. It's kind of like, oh, you joined the church. That's nice. Sit down. But in the Catholicism, we recognize this is a big deal. And it's a big deal for you. So I want to welcome you and encourage you. But just for now, you've worked so hard, celebrate and relax. Okay? It's awesome. Number 2 is this. I want you to set realistic goals for yourself in the first year. A lot of that depends on who you are and the things you're naturally drawn into. But I want you to approach your first year in the church or your initial time in the church like you have sat down in a gourmet restaurant with 9 courses. You should eat slowly and savor every bite. This isn't the Golden Corral where you're just shoving it down, going, ooh, they got this. There's so many amazing things that you're going to discover in the Catholic Church, but take it slowly. Oftentimes in our excitement, we can be like, oh, I'm going to pray all of the Liturgy of the Hours every day. I'm going to do 10 rosaries a day. I'm going to read all of the councils. I'm going to learn about this. You'll get there. But just take it slow, right? Don't bite off more than you can chew. And remember, the goal is to taste everything. So just enjoy, go slowly, and set realistic goals for yourself. Because what you don't want to do is put yourself in a situation where you're like, oh man, I was going to do all this stuff and I can't keep up with it. Because every time you turn around, it feels like somebody else is coming to you and saying, hey, have you done this? Have you done that? Did you know about this? Did you know about that? And you can be like, oh, I got to do this. I got to do that. Just chill, man. Take it nice and easy and go slowly. So that's number 2. Set realistic goals for your first year. And the third one is this. Recognize that the journey for you is not over because you made it through RCIA or whatever and you came into the church, you're done. Joining the Catholic Church is not an achievement that you cross off your bucket list. It's joining a family. There's oftentimes this joke that's told in churches, whether you're Protestant or Catholic, that how do you get bats out of the attic of a church? You confirm them, baptize them, and make them members. Because it's funny, that's what seems to happen. When somebody wants to join something, they're all about it. They go to every meeting, they do all the stuff, and then the day finally comes where they're joining, and then after that, you never see them again. Used to happen to us all the time in confirmation with our 8th graders. That's what we got them confirmed in our Methodist church. These kids would go through this incredibly rigorous process. But then when it was done and they were finally able to join the church as adult, full-fledged members, right? Because that's when we called them that. 90% of them we never saw again. And you know what? I heard a statistic about the Catholic Church that within 5 years, half of you guys that joined the church this weekend are going to be gone. When I heard that, it blew my mind. I'm like, how is that a thing? With as much as it takes to become Catholic, as difficult as it is, and as much sacrifice that we go through, how is it that we're so easy to let it go? And I think for some of us, it's because we feel like, okay, I did that, it's over. Now I can just kind of chill and not try as hard. Friends, it's not like that. You haven't arrived. You've only just begun. So keep learning, keep growing. Please keep being excited. That excitement that you have right now, I did it, I'm Catholic, I made it. Yes, keep that going. Recognize this though, what drew you to the Catholic Church is what's going to keep drawing you deeper into it. So keep going, my friends. And please keep telling the rest of us how excited you are, because we love that and we need to hear it, my friends. Don't ever shut up about that. The world needs more Catholics who are fired up, okay? And that's you right now. Stay that way, my friends. Welcome home. Welcome to the church. I am honored and privileged to be able to share this stuff with you. And I know I keep talking about this, but this is super important. This resource I've created just for you called The Convert's Guide to Roman Catholicism, your first year in the church. This is a book that is going to help you walk through that first year. Some of you read it in RCIA. Some of you haven't heard anything about it. Pick this thing up. You can get it on my website or through Amazon. And I think it's going to help you as you make that first year something that not you just survive, but something that you're going to thrive in, my friends, because that's really what we want. So thank you. Welcome home, my friends. God bless.